Hello, my name is Albert Alonso. My Canada number is 1276, and today we're going to be talking about CCR number 4. The first question is, how did you integrate technology, software, and hardware and online in this project? So, first of all, software-wise, I'm the director. I didn't really edit the film, but I know who edited the film, and I know he's really good at editing. He used VideoLeap. Although VideoLeap isn't as popular as DaVinci Resolve and all those other Adobe Rush, it's okay because in the end, it did turn out as a great movie, and it could have done the same thing that DaVinci Resolve did in general. Although DaVinci Resolve would probably have better quality, I do believe that it's definitely a mistake on his part, and it's my mistake because I am the director and I did not tell him about anything like that. And hopefully in the near future I can fix the quality for you guys. But I'm terribly sorry if the quality is quite bad. So, next. For communication wise in software, we used WhatsApp as one of our teammates had an Android and we couldn't use iMessage, which is the normal communication method for iPhones. So he had an Android, so we had to talk through WhatsApp a lot. Like that is the only way we communicated and the times that we went together to go film. Although there was some big problems with the director and WhatsApp because of the phone number as I recently switched phones to an iPhone 13 because my old iPhone was completely broken. We had to do some minor changes. I had to been added to the group chat again, and I had to get admin again. It was very very complicated, but we overcame it and it turned out perfect. For hardware, we did use a office which had a telephone, which I will show right now if I can bring it up. And as I speak to you about this, is that we used this telephone right here to show the phone call. This is also known as a close-up of the hardware, which is the phone, signifying about the phone call that is being portrayed and what is going to lead into the next following scenes of the next sequence. So as we continue on, you also see two monitors here, which is Excel. We also use Excel to provide a somewhat portrayal of information that this is a business, this is something for stocks, and how it doesn't relate to anything of the file. But it does show that he is a businessman working for the stock market. And online, I really wouldn't say that we used anything online. Maybe on the file extensions, how we have to change it because MKTV was a struggle as a file extension, and it didn't really let me switch to .mp4 .mov, which is the normal streaming platform where it would bring up the video. But as you can see, it worked out just fine. The video is perfectly fine and you can see it perfectly on YouTube. It went perfectly through. So the next question is, what problems did you face when integrating technology? There was many problems in our film with technology that we managed to fix, but first was editing. Steven, the editor, was new to editing, so he had many problems figuring out cuts, transitions. He tried to figure out how to put lyrics into the movie to have captions, but that didn't end up working, and captions aren't that important. I told him that, and he shouldn't have worried about that so much. So then we would focus on the technology towards like the phone. First we had to figure out the phone number. The dad wasn't there, so he couldn't give us that until I think 30 minutes or an hour, where he came back home and he had to give us the phone number because he wouldn't pick up the phone. This would be one of our main problems because the phone is the main part of the movie, and we are trying to figure out how we can call this and make it seem like we are talking to Will, the businessman. So once we figured that out, we ended up doing the scene 6 times because I couldn't get my lines straight. And I understand that is my fault as the director and actor, but it is very much a big problem with technology, and sometimes the phone would disconnect and it would be so aggravating. but we always ended up calm and trying to finish this as quick as possible and as organized as possible, so no mistakes had been made. Um, WordPress is definitely one of the technologies in our film where we struggled with, because WordPress has so many features that it can be confusing to the point where it can ruin your blogs. It can do some really dumb stuff to your fonts or your size, or any image could be way too small. There are many problems within technology where we always need to fix, but as we found a solution to it every single time, our film was perfectly organized, and hopefully it was what you guys expected with a 2-minute film of a starting kidnapping movie. Next would be that we would think about how many people are going to go film, because as a director, I would organize these meetings to go film, and many of our teammates, by many I mean three or two, would not come or come very late. For example, in our final film, it was only me and Gabriel, because Steven couldn't make it and Yamil was off town, so he couldn't make it either. So I would only be the one filming. I would be the actor, and Gabriel would film me. We were working with two people, and we would use his hands, but he had very steady hands, so it wasn't shaking or anything like that, which is very convenient. And for our rough draft, we had four were all there, but although I was the actor and mainly acting, Gabriel and Steven were the camera person and like the thought of everything like that, and Yamil was the one who gave the innovative ideas of what he was going to do, or what he was trying to make me do, but we sometimes didn't agree, and obviously that led into arguments, but that wasn't too bad. It was mostly just organizing the meeting that was the struggle, because so many people wouldn't come, and it would obviously annoy us, but it was what we had to work with. And so far in our film, we've loved it. It's been a great time integrating technology and learning about technology in our film.